If you have a young grandchild or child, you may have given them a device in a cafe or at the supermarket, maybe in the car. Is it really that bad? Well, a speech and language therapist in Yorkshire is warning the amount of time that preschool children are spending on phones and tablets is causing a crisis in their development. New research has found that more than a quarter of 3 to 4-year-olds already have their own phone. And there are now calls for a public health campaign to make parents aware of the impact. In a moment, we'll get some advice for parents, but first, I've been to a school in Northallerton to find out more.
What can I dig with this one?
What could you dig? Well, you could scoop. Why don't you scoop up the soil? It's fallen out.
This morning, these 3 and 4-year-olds at Mill Hill Community Primary are planting seeds in the outside area, learning through hands-on experience.
Who's going to do the stirring? Are you stirring?
It's something early years teachers here feel some children are missing out on, which is impacting their communication skills.
Our biggest concern is our children don't have the language to talk about the world around them. So it can be in terms of their social skills, so they are not used to articulating their wants, their needs. Some children really don't even have the language to say, please can I go to the toilet? So we're seeing children who are frustrated.
Do we think it's going to be hot, hot, hot?
Kate Beck is the head of early years. In her 2 decades as a teacher, she says she's seen a steady decline in children's language skills and believes screens are a big factor.
We have some children who come in with some fabulous American accents or even American vocabulary. So nappies become diapers, garbage and stores instead of shops. They're definitely hearing that from the screen. The impact really is that they're not experiencing the world firsthand. They're seeing it through somebody else's eyes. So they're even down to the fact that they're watching children playing with toys on YouTube. So they're not even playing with them themselves.
Would you like to make a pizza now? Yes.
Sandy Chappell has been a speech and language therapist for 30 years and says the rise in referrals for 2 to 5-year-olds is alarming. She's part of the Health Professionals for Safer Screens group, calling for a public health campaign around the impact of screens on younger children.
I'm seeing a lot more children being referred with poor social skills, poor attention and listening skills, plus speech and language delay. It's reached the point of a crisis now in children's development. I think parents know that it might be bad, but they don't know how severe the harms are.
Some parents might use a device to calm their child down or so they can do some chores. Is it really that bad?
It is, because it soon becomes a habit, because it works. But then children don't learn to regulate their own emotions. And when that device isn't available, such as in the classroom, then they can have severe behavioural problems, and that's what teachers are having to deal with.
An Education Committee report found the harms of screen time significantly outweigh the benefits for young children. And a recent study suggested the average 3-year-old is exposed to nearly 3 hours of screen time per day, potentially missing out on over 1,000 fewer adult words and 200 conversational turns per day. A group of health professionals have come up with some guidance for parents around how much time younger children should be spending on screens. And it's recommended that from birth to 2 years old, no screens at all other than video chats with family and friends. And from age 2 to 5, 30 minutes maximum per day. Is that realistic?
Never. It's never going to happen, especially when they've got siblings that are on it a lot longer, so they want to be the same as them.
If they've got a screen in their face half the time, they're not like there, like they don't really talk to you or anything, so it's like I try and avoid that.
Sometimes when he's getting really excited, it can be a struggle to get it off him.
Do you ever have any problems trying to take the device off them?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes they don't want to take the mobile back. So.
As we all battle our time on screens, teachers here are encouraging families to embrace real experiences together.
The end.